Hey everybody, and welcome back. And this is my first episode of the 2022 gardening season year for gardening goodness. And I haven't begun anything. I'm just coming at you today with a brief video to let you know that we are going to begin getting the garden together. I want to share the journey with you guys. The cold weather has really done its job to the garden this year, but it's been a learning experience. I have greenery all the way down. So what we're going to do is begin the process of setting up the garden. I'm in zone 7A, so my growing season won't really begin until like March. I'll begin to put things out in March, as far as vegetables and everything, but we will begin like the prep. So that's the fun part. And even if you guys are in a sooner grower season than I am, you can definitely go ahead and begin the process to setting things up. And I'm going to go over some things with you to help you out. It's a damn freezing day out here in South Carolina. So my stuff is still looking pretty decent, kale and collards and cabbage and bok choy still trying to do its thing. That cabbage is trying to form, but as I stated, the cold weather has done its thing, and a lot of the pots have a lot of overgrowth in them, so I'm gonna be taking care of that soon. Going to set up a video so you can see how I get the garden ready for the spring. We have a big old pile of some good old mulch. I'm going to turn this probably into my seed starting bed. Haven't decided yet. You see all these collard greens. All the stuff is going to be chopped up, cut up, chopped up, and used as mulch in the bed that we're going to do this year. All these pots on the porch are going to be reset up. I'm going to take you to the feed and seed store where I get my products and stuff I need for the new year. That lump of dirt right there, and up under all those leaves is my compost that I've been cooking. I've been cooking it over the winter time, so when the spring hits and things get to about 60 degrees in my area, we'll be able to bring things out, leave things out, and don't have to worry about any more frost or anything like that. Like you see my little mango trees, of course they ain't gonna make it. It just gets too cold here where we are in the area. So, but yes, you guys start. I know some of the local big box stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Dollar General well, Dollar General isn't a big box store, but Dollar General does have gardening supplies, and they have started putting their gardening things out. You guys want to definitely jump in and grab you some seeds if you haven't ordered anything that you think that you might be able to grow. Don't forget to get you a couple of pretty flower plants that you would like to grow, because it's important to attract the bees, for summer, for pollination, especially if you're in an area that doesn't have a lot of bees. So plant some nice flowers, and you'll definitely get some pollinators to help assist you in growing your food. I think I'm going to go a little crazy this year and use some extra space. I'm trying to see how the sun, right now what I'm doing is trying to see how the sun actually hits the yard. And right along this gate, we get really good sun, as you can see, right along the gate. But this tree is like in the way, blocking some of the sun. So I'm going to figure out a way to be able to capture some more sun and see if I can set us up another spectacular garden this year. I'm going all out. I'm not scared. I've been practicing. Hopefully this year, 2022, we're going to get some corn. Finally. Because I've been struggling. But I think I kind of got my technique down. I'm not going to have as much stuff in the front yard as I have in the backyard this year. And like I told you guys, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get have things for your garden. Like I told you, I found all these crates at the Dollar General on the side. I found them and borrowed them for my garden. This is just like a pile of leaves and I just end up throwing some peat moss and mulch and just some scrap dirt and whatever I had, and created this mound between these two trees, and I grow some greens out of them. And I also have some flowers that didn't do too good because of the snow. The snow came through and really wiped everything out. So, and it was to be expected. I'm not expecting anything to survive too much and thrive in the snow at all. But everything is a learning experience. Like I said, this is I don't even know how many years. It's my third, fourth year gardening. But I garden with a lot of difficulties because I don't have like an outside spigot to water my garden. So I do find creative ways to collect rainwater, which I use in the garden, which is very helpful. So don't be afraid if you don't have a outside faucet or hose or anything to water your garden. You can still find creative ways to grow your food without increasing your water bill, because that's another thing too. You definitely don't want to run up your household water bill because of the garden. So you find ways, and I'm definitely good at that, and I'll definitely be sharing those tips with you guys to help you manage your water consumption. So I'm going to reutilize this area because this be my banging area for my peppers and my tomatoes. I do really good back here with my vegetables and everything. So I'm going to possibly put some okra. I'm going to okra this spot out this year. And I don't know what I'm going to do right here in this area. I'm thinking about taking these boxes down because they're tore up and old. As soon as you kick them, they're old. These boxes are like some kind of plastic material. So I really, if I move them and everything, I know they'll crack and fall apart. So, but this was a budget garden. I just used stuff that I found or stuff that I borrowed from. I borrowed it. So I needed that for my garden. So like I say, I am gardening on a no budget. When I have the money, I go buy what I need. I go buy what I need for the garden. But for the most part, I really don't have no budget at all. You know what I'm saying? I have to be mindful about the money that I spend because I got to have something, definitely want to have something to show for my money. So I have this other bed that I was working on that I put some squash in, and it did really well. So I may utilize this bed as well. I'm definitely not going over there. Wait over there in that corner right there where my finger at. Where that red clay pot is. I had my watermelon over there. It didn't do too good. I think it's too far. And my corn, I had it back here. It didn't work. So I'm going to try to comprise everything into this area that I'm going to be using this year. So I'm excited. I hope that you guys have plotted out. The main thing, like I said, is you want to get the best sun. So I know this spot right here gets crazy sun during the year. I mean, because the sun rises over here. Right now, it's like right here, being that it's winter, but it'll be over here during the summertime. So my garden will get some really, really good sun, and it's going to thrive really good. So I'm going to the feed and seed store to pick up some soil amendments. I want to take you on my the journey with that when I go to the feed and seed store, so you can see some of the things that I'm purchasing to help the garden. And these products are universal. And they just, you want to help your plant, and you don't want to have to keep fertilizing. You don't want to have to deal with a lot of diseases and everything. So this is going to be perfect. It's going to be a good growing year. I got some huge peppers that I found over for the grocery store. During the wintertime, what I like to do is I will go and I'll purchase vegetables or anything, something that we might eat, something that I might find like interesting. If I purchase color peppers, the big bell peppers or the sweet small peppers, or tomatoes or any type of vegetable, I'll take and put the seeds in a cup, a plastic cup, and I'll just save them in the refrigerator. So we're going to be growing some of those seeds that I collected over the winter. We're going to bring those out, and we are going to get busy growing and setting our stuff up. So you just get ready, get you some pots, save you some, if you have dogs, save the dog food bags. If you have some old pillowcases, if you have a sheet, you can set up a bed like that. There are many, many different ways, and you can go back and check out some of my videos, because I've been figuring this out for the last few years. Oh, that's frost. That cold. But I've been figuring this out for years, and I think that if you want to start a garden, there is no time like the present. It's early. You can still figure out where the garden is going to be. What are you going to plant? You definitely want to figure out, if you don't have any outside water source like me, how are you going to keep your garden watered during these hot summers when the water might be low? What are you going to do? Look at that little nosy dog right there. She watching. What you doing, Mr. Cole? But I even those two, that brown container and that bucket, I just collect the rainwater, and I've been doing really good with maintaining my garden with the water. It seems like whenever my buckets dry out, it'll rain. So that'd be truly, truly a blessing. So I'm definitely looking forward to praying in the rain for myself this year. Look at that bird right there. It's crazy. There must be something dead nearby. That bird is really huge. Well, like I said, I just wanted to tune in and tap in real quick. Y'all, we the only people on the block with a 6-foot privacy fence. I love this thing too. Look at that. Privacy fence all the way down. So, my husband was awesome, because if it had not been for him, I would not be able to have a front yard garden at all. So I appreciate all the efforts that he made way before I got here, because this is awesome. So I will see you guys next time, and we're going to begin getting our garden ready for the 2022 season. Join me and let's get it popping.